Welcome back to PrepSolution's SHRM Senior Certified Professional Question of the Day. Today, we work a people domain question on talent acquisition where the organization has a problem corporate marketing refuses to solve. Cluster, people, competency, talent acquisition, difficulty, hard. Here is the refrain: below the gate, through the roots. Here's the scenario. 8 months after the organization rolled out a centralized global employer brand, analytics show a 45% drop in emerging market applicants due to cultural misalignment. Corporate marketing refuses to decentralize brand budgets. Which employer brand strategy should the talent acquisition team implement to address this issue? So your 4 options. Option A, implement a localized employee advocacy model where regional leaders organically distribute culturally tailored narratives. Option B, partner with corporate marketing to redesign the centralized global employer value proposition to be culturally neutral. Option C, shift talent acquisition operational budgets to fund localized digital recruitment marketing campaigns in affected regions. Option D, transition emerging market recruitment entirely to local third-party search firms to bypass the global brand. Pause here, pick your answer. Ready? 3 answers try to unlock, bypass, or work around the gate. 1 walks beneath it. The correct answer is option A. Implement a localized employee advocacy model where regional leaders organically distribute culturally tailored narratives. Why? Because the employees are already in the emerging markets. They already have peer networks. They already have voice. Activating them requires no incremental corporate marketing budget, no centralized approval, and no governance battle. The network was always there. Why option A is correct. Picture a cross-section of the organization, above the surface and below it. Above the surface, the global employer brand sits at the top of the organizational tree. Centralized marketing controls the trunk. A gate stands between the corporate side and the emerging markets region. The gate is locked. Budget will not decentralize. The corporate attempt to reach the emerging markets runs directly into the gate and stops, blocked above, but below the surface. A root network spans the entire territory. This is not a tree. This is a mycelium. It branches, forks, and cross-connects. And at points throughout this network are employees. Employees who live in the emerging markets. Employees who speak the local languages. Employees who are already part of the peer networks the organization is trying to reach. The network was always there. Option A activates it. Equip the regional employees with authentic local narratives. Let them distribute the stories through their own peer networks. The pulses travel through the roots. They fork at branch points. They reach the emerging markets region. Applicants return. No corporate marketing approval required. No budget reassignment. No governance war. No retreat. You don't defeat the gate. You walk beneath it. There is a second layer. The economics of trust. Employee advocacy doesn't just feel more authentic. It performs better because peer voices are trusted differently than corporate broadcast. Top half, corporate broadcast, a centralized megaphone with wide reach, high production cost. Cultural fit is low because the message is a single global message. And Edelman's annual research shows candidates trust corporate channels at roughly 32%. Loud, but unconvincing. Bottom half, peer advocacy. Single employee, smaller reach per person, but full cultural fit, 0 incremental cost. And candidates trust peer voices at roughly 63%, twice the trust. Multiply that by every engaged employee in the region, and the math inverts. Employee advocacy has higher net impact and higher budget efficiency. 4 moves: unleash the network, don't run it. Move 1, identify the natural voices. Find employees who are already posting on professional networks in the region. They have existing audiences. They have demonstrated voice. They have authentic local presence. Activate the willing, not the reluctant. Move 2, equip them with authentic assets, project stories, hiring wins, team moments worth sharing, never scripted posts, Never centralize templates. Authenticity dies the moment corporate polishes it. Move 3, enable without directing. Give tools, give training, give legal guidance. Never give quotas or required post schedules. Employee advocacy is voluntary by nature. Mandated advocacy is corporate broadcast in disguise and carries the same trust deficit. Move 4, amplify organically. When something resonates in one region, share it back internally as inspiration for other regions. Let success propagate. You seed the stories. The network does the distribution. You don't run employee advocacy, you unleash it. Now, why the other 3 fail? Option B, redesign the value proposition to be culturally neutral. Culturally neutral sounds like a compromise. It is actually a capitulation. A culturally neutral value proposition has no resonance anywhere, including the emerging markets you were trying to reach. BB dilutes the brand globally to avoid conflict with corporate marketing. The gate stays locked. The cultural misalignment worsens. Surface move, no roots. Option C, Shift T, a budgets to fund regional marketing. Using operational budgets as a workaround for corporate marketing's budget lock creates a governance war the TA team cannot win. Corporate marketing owns brand authority, TA does not. This move invites a boundary dispute, drains TA's operational reserves, and does not scale beyond the first campaign. Budget end run, no roots. Option D, outsource emerging market recruitment to third-party firms. Outsourcing is a tactical retreat dressed as a solution. It replaces the authenticity problem with dependency on external search firms who have no long-term stake in your organization's brand presence. The authentic local voice problem is not solved. It is transferred to contractors who will leave when the budget does. Tactical retreat, no roots. The pattern. In any centralized blocker talent acquisition question, ask whether the option activates the organic network that already exists, or merely dilutes, fights, or escapes the blocker. Only activation qualifies. That is question number 7. If you want to pass SHRM-SCP the first time, PrepSolution has you covered. 1,500 strategic questions across all 3 domains, 3 full-length mock exams, 600 high-density review flashcards, the SJI Strategic Decision Masterclass, an adaptive 12-week study calendar, 6 months for $179.99, 12 months for $249.99, one-time payment, no subscriptions. Thanks for watching. Practice every day. Pass with confidence. PrepSolution.com/exam/SHRM-SCP.